Click on that, go there. Camera looks okay. Hello and welcome to the stream. Slightly late, you know. Normally I'm finishing it this time. But yeah, just it's not been a great day. Lots of things just made it shit, effectively. So I spent time sorting out stuff by painting. Then realised that it was time to stream, and I'm like, we haven't cooked any food, so we sat down, we got some food cooked, all that done, just finished eating, and I was like, I still want to stream, I still wanted to do something. I put it off for a while. Not great, but so sometimes it's just my brain's not in the stream mood, and it was a bit like that this evening, and I had no idea what I wanted to do. Carol was otherwise busy, so I didn't really want to jump into Satisfactory on the onesie. It's always something I like doing with someone else there. Hey, all say about welcome on in. So yeah, I weren't quite sure what I wanted to do. I was thinking I could play sticks because the new game's coming out soon, but I just didn't have the energy for it. I needed something simple, something mindless. And it came up to a toss-up between Tiny Glade, the little build a castle scene diorama thing, or Sprocket. And I tried before in Sprocket to build a Lemon Russ. I never managed to do it. So I figured if I could try it again, I'll give it a whirl on stream, see what we can do. Last time I tried it, it crashed the game. So I guess I just avoid doing what I did last time. But yeah, it's probably not going to be a hugely long stream. We'll try for an hour or so. See what we get. If I get bored of this, I can always jump into Tiny Glade. It's one of those I'm not going to be too fussed about what I do. So I do have. He says, "Come here." So I have my Lemon Rust, which is now painted, waiting weathering. So I've got that for looking at to figure out what I'm doing. It's not going to be a perfect copy of, but I'll do my best. And I also have the Hellhound, which will be the Shamrock, which I've been working on. I need to figure out what's happening here, why that doesn't fit on properly, but it needs the white striping on the sides doing. But once that's done, it'll be in a position where I can paint both of them up. So I'll give them all a clear coat, and then they'll both be painted, weathered, and stuff like that from there. So I can do the weathering at the same time, and it hopefully will be consistent across the both. And I've got the base, which I learned from the last one that I tried. You've got to coat in PVA, then spray. Don't spray beforehand, because the last one I sprayed has now turned into a banana and melted. Spraying it on the top, fantastic. It melts it, makes it look really great, but then it starts to curve up, and yeah, it does all sorts of funky things. So yeah, there's a reason why you don't spray direct on polystyrene. I have now learnt this lesson. Anyway, let's click to the game. This was the last tank I was prattling about with. I wanted to test to see if I could create different turret styles, and I sort of could, but annoyingly the armour under here is thin. But yeah, that was mucking around. Let's get a new design going. Right, so what I'm thinking with this, we don't need the sponsons. I need to try and get the shape of the hull, which, if I don't include that gun on the front, that would have to be flat. And that would be, yeah, have to be like that. But then that piece comes back. Okay, okay, ducky. Right, one thing I've learned beforehand is set the armor stuff first. So Sponsons, I want nothing. Oh wait. How do I get the angle of that changed? Nope. How is that? Right, okay. It's got to be flat along there, that's okay. Then set the armor. Whee! 5-stream streak, woohoo! Congratulations. Let's just actually have a look. I have no idea what armors would be on a Herman Russ. I imagine they'd have fairly chunky armor, but they also have weird. Let's give it 110. I mean, yeah, it is better when your streams are virtual, not public. It is going to be a rear, yeah, it's a rear drive, so that's fine. That can stay engine-wise where it is. Driver is going to be on this side, but also that's going to be gun. It might need to be a bit shorter. So part of me thinking it needs to be short. It definitely needs to be taller. But I'm going to have to do freeform edit for. Let's just make that. Puts 95. Yep, right. So, freeform edit. This is where things can get a bit more interesting, but I can pick individual edges and say, well, I want that to slide back more. Now, it's supposed to pull all of that back, but it's not doing the sponson edges, which is why freeform edit is a pain in the ass, because why? Why has it suddenly done this? And this is where I get confused with the again, this is early access, so it's gonna have jank here and there. It does appear to be whatever that line is causing some of the issues. So I'm going to move that back to there because we don't need. It's a very blocky front. The driver's package is there, and then there's a gun here. Now, I don't know if I can mount that gun, but we can try. We can try. Okay. So that one, I am going to see if I can bring that in. This is why I think it needs to be shorter. So let's bring that there. Let's move that one back. Let's move that one forward. And then want. Now, can I? I tried this before and it didn't work, so I'm going to try again. I'm going to put a hole in that. It made a hole. Hallelujah. Don't know if I can do what I need to do with this now, but I'm going to try. Oh, it's working better than it did before. That is awesome. If I click that, does that let me? Yes. Yes, it does. Aha! That did not want to do that last time I tried this. Although I have made that front far too sloped. Nope, I need edges. I want that edge. That edge is. We're back there. And again, we're looking at that being a bit too far out. a look at the back. Cause, oh, it actually has got a bit of an angle to it, so we'll try that. Greetings and salutations, Carol, and welcome on in. Hope you're doing well this evening. So we'll drop that one to about there-ish. Now I'm going to try and hide the engine bay, because it has got, on the actual tank itself, this center engine part here. So I'm gonna try and do that. But first of all, we shall save progress currently. So we have the lemon rusk. I've got an idea. Yeah, occasionally they come to me. I try to use them quickly before they disappear, but yes, it is there. Now, if I split... I was going to say try and make it look like a catgirl head. We can do that on the next tank. Just throw a catgirl tank thing on there. You know, again, I have every faith this is going to crash at some point because it's early access. And as much as, you know, you shouldn't really like that, early access is definitely going to fail at all points. It has its moments where it just does. Right, so it's not what I was hoping it'd do. Duplicate. Oh god, no, that doesn't do what I want to do either. Oh god, I've just broken geometry. Okay, what do I need? I need to select faces and do that. Right, now that and that. And then extrude and then down. I think. Oh god, this is getting worse before it gets better. It's sort of done it. I just don't know if I can angle this plate. This. Yeah, no, I can't do anything on that. But wait, no. What I can do actually is select points. There we go. That's what I need to do. Select the point. Maybe, I don't know. These two faces actually need to... Oh no, it's edges. Edge is what you click. So click that and then do that. Then I can select those faces and extrude down. And then I need to select that edge, bring... Oh my god, yeah, no. Why are you taking the whole thing? Why? Why must you do this? Oh. Okay. I got rid of a chunk of stuff I didn't need. I now need to see if I can... Oh shit, press the wrong button. Click on points. Click on... If we do that... But yeah, if you have thoughts or feelings, you know, about what you want to see me try and create in this, I'm happy enough to give it a whirl. This was just a stupid idea that I had that I wanted to give a try at. Oh, poop, I need that. Will that select the entire edge? Probably not. No, it's going to select that. Oh, what have you selected? Oh god, you selected quite a bit there. What is... I have no idea why you selected so much. Alright, can I... Let's just move the engine a second, because that's... Alright, so edges. Yeah, so I want that edge. I want that edge. I don't know why the geometry is breaking as much as it is. But it is, but hey, it's not my fault, not my problem. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Alright, click save again before I kill everything. Downside of the rust, there's like 2 to 3 different hole patterns, 3 different turret patterns, things like yeah. I appreciate there's a lot that I'm just gonna go for something that looks close enough. Damn it! I have to turn off sync to chassis, otherwise it won't let me play around with this. I don't think. Right, so. I don't need length sync. I need you. So we're going to have. No, what's... Oh, is it that I'm thinking of? Oh, no, it does that. Oh, that doesn't do what I want. Okay. So maybe we have 4, but we do. Oh god, no, that's not what I need. That's not what I need. Spacing is what I'm looking for. Yes. Put you there. Right, you again. We don't want a length sync. We want to. Just move that out the way a second. So we're looking at suspension. Now we could go with lots of little road wheels. I think, looking at it, that would be more about what it would have rather than the individual bogie units. But it doesn't have torsion bars underneath, looking at it. So it would have to be some kind of bogie unit. Okay. Alright, let's put you back there. You're floating in midair. Let's put you there and continue to drop that spacing down. Go to track. Give me more tension. These things have all the tension, so it's getting 100% tension. Half the problem is you don't actually see what the tracks are made out of. It's really awkward to say, oh, the suspension is XYZ, because you've not buggering idea what it is. I'd like to be able to lower that suspension. So that'll do for that. I've just got to then plate over the sides. Maybe make the track thinner, because oddly enough it does have a really thin track width. Right, okay, let's get the engine sorted. And this is where it's going to throw a hiss if I try changing this to twin transmission. I don't know why it does this, but if I choose twin transmission, it then goes, oh, but it's not in the right place, and it thinks the right place is here. But luckily on this tank, I have the ability to rotate the engine in there, so I can actually make it work, even though I am damn sure it shouldn't. Is there a way I can make this fit? Because again, it's alpha state game. It's not. This should not be asking me to do this, but it is, and I don't know why. But hey, alpha, pre-alpha, early access. Woo! Okay, why are you complaining? Oh, it's because you want to have space for that. Okay, let's go absolutely bonkers then. Should this work? No. Are we going to make it work? Maybe. Hey, give me another split. Thank you. Now, part of me is thinking. Again, I don't know why it asks for this to go straight in the middle when the sprockets are at the back. But that is eating up into fighting compartment space. If I was to drag these back here, turn the engine 180 again, and have these components back here, because full enough it's letting me just go put that wherever the hell I want. I probably could even get rid of that. Oh no, it's thrown a hissy fit on that one, only on one side. Okay, so we hit split. Why are you throwing a hissy fit just on one side? What the hell? I don't know. Oh, that works. Brilliant. But it's sticking out the arse end of the tank, which is not so brilliant. Oh, okay, it's accepted that. Okay, we'll go for it. Now, why aren't you accepting that? Is it the engine somehow? Let's just move that engine. Oh yeah, it's something to do with the engine. That's okay. Right, okay. Drivetrain is okay there. We're going to ignore the jank with the engine for a second. Right, let's remove that. Let's select the engine, bring it back down again. Right, okay, so let's get a nice big chunky engine. We're gonna have to split that because it's gonna piss and whine that it's not coming out straight. Oh, you're actually okay there, that's fine. Okay, slap a fuel tank in there and then we can test this. Actually, if I turn symmetry off, make that thinner, we shall take it up, we shall then rotate it, shall make it shorter, it still needs to be thinner, and shorter, rotated. What's the button? There it is. There is a button for a fine angling. Oh god, this is hanging out the armor. That's not good. Okay, so we're going to make this a really thin fuel tank for a second. Really wide. Because I want to make sure that this thing works. You know, does it move? So again, we hit save. Yes. According to the novel, on a guard as torsion bar suspension. Okay, I mean, I could see how it worked, or how it could potentially work, but we're going with this. I've got this working. If I change the suspension now, it's gonna throw something in the mix that is less than ideal. So let us crew slap a driver in. We want you to sit sort of there. We're going to give you your steering wheel sort of there. We're then going to give you so you are driver. Why are you saying viewport missing? It is literally right in front of his face. It won't let me drive. Now it's complaining that these are out of range because this should be near the sprocket. Again, early access. Right, okay. Oh, need to hit X to do this because I can remove. Oh, wait, no. Do that. Make sure symmetry is on first, then start removing things. It makes everything go a bit better. Right, okay. So let us once again muck around with all of this. Early access. Because now it ain't gonna fit in. Oh, I have broken this so hard right now. Oh, 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 we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Right, okay. So, what I think I can do is if I remove... Oh, I can't remove that one. Right, okay, so these have got to go in. That's going to have to come down in size. Because that's also affecting the size of these. Because they're sticking outside the bloody tank. No, I don't want to select the armor, I want to select that piece. Or is that literally tied to? It might be tied to this. Yeah, it is. Okay, okay. That's why I'm struggling to pick that. Right, so that is flat on the ground anyway, so I can drop that down there. Make it a bit bigger. There we go. Right, now I can try and argue more with the internals. Oh, Jesus. Right, let's cancel that. Let's... How the hell are you supposed to give enough room for these things? Okay, okay, I got an idea. Let's drag them back more. We're gonna rotate them. We're gonna move that point back. How would this work in real life? Not a clue. Not a sausage. What's that? You're saying it wouldn't work in real life? Well, yes, you're correct. Okay, right, so gear train all in place. Driver has controls. We have movement. It's awful, but we do have movement. It is far too long. But I might, now I've put them that way, if I give it more in the gear department, we might be okay. So if I give it 4 gears, where's the bit that I need to move? It's that. Thank you. Move that back. Move that back. Okay, save. Yes. Drive. Test. Where does the phrase slap a device come from? Sounds like something Jar Jar would say. It runs on the Space Wizards magic. Yep, we're just going to go with that. Space Wizards have created this. I mean, it's running. I could probably do with adjusting some of that suspension back. But it is running. It may have run out of fuel. That is entirely possible because it's only got a very thin fuel tank for testing. But now I've sorted out what's happening here, I can actually say I want to have proper fuel tanks. He says. Right, so I'm sure the Imperial Guard would be no stranger to slapping fuel tanks up against their armour. That seems perfectly legit. 360 litres of fuel. I mean, again, Space Wizard engines, they must be amazing because that carries 440 litres itself. I'm going to get rid of that one because it's a bit too shite for what we need. But that should now... It should now do for that. Alright, let's look at the suspension because I think I can add an extra roller count to that one. Oh, no. Select that. There we go. Oh god. Broke the wheel diameter. Oops. Right. Okay. So we got that. We'll worry about the sidearm in a minute. Let's get a gun on this. And save. Limited given speed of 29 kilometers an hour and a range of 105 miles. So it's an urban mech. Okay. Let's put you there a second and then we can move you to somewhere that isn't silly. So. Yes, I know it's going to look silly to start with, but I need to figure out what space I've got to play with. Best thing is it doesn't need to perfectly fit the hole, but if I can get it somewhat close to it, it's better than nothing. Right, okay. We then want its depth to be as low as I can get that. And of course it's clipping into the fuel tanks. Alright, so let's make you a little bit beefier. Because this turret is going to suck ass. Right, so. Let's see what I can do about making the turret look right first. Which is easier said than done. So we're gonna have it poke out over the top. The rear height. Right, okay, I'm gonna need to sort out armors again. I feel the cheek's going to be fairly beefy on this. So we'll try and get the armor profile done first, then I can freeform my edit and it should hopefully not be an issue. Right, freeform my edit. So the nose is very, very narrow. Apparently it's a 120 smooth bore. Yep. Right, I mean, I look at that guy on the top there, poking out, and I look at that gun, and I'm like, if that's going to recoil into anything, it's going to be your gun ants. Which probably explains why the figure they give you doesn't have a bottom half to them, because that's been shot off with the recoil. It is one of those I'm like, I don't think that's quite right. It's a very flat turret. I could do with rounding. If I split it there and there, move that piece back, that rounds that, I guess? Question mark? I don't know. Let's find out. No, I don't want faces, I want edges, because you've got to split an edge, and you've got to split an edge. I can then take that point. I don't know what you're doing down there, game. But we'll smooth it. We'll smooth it and see what happens, but I think I've just created a geometric nightmare in that. Right, firepower. Let's see if there's a mantlet that's something. I only want the one gun. But we are going to size this one up a bit. And slap at a cannon. Right, so So 120 millimeter. I've got 100 100 centimeter miller with a propellant length of, can I get it on a flat 500? No, okay, let's try and give the guy some space in there. Because then what I've also got to muck around with is this, which will give me the elevation and depression ratios. I'm trying to figure out what's the gun complaining about. I think it's still clipping on something. Yep. So the gun's got to be there. So let's bring that one out. Let's do an extra one of them. They are rather chunky boys, these things. So let's start 55, 55, 55. And we're okay. Right. There. Muzzles. I'm going to go with that one because it's sort of similar to what I've got. $40 rounds? Yeah, that's going to be fun. Let's see what we can get in here. Bearing in mind that I have just chucked that where I'm going to ideally want to put a gunner. Driver, you're not got a seat. Let's give you a seat. There you go. Driver can be comfortable. You can get another row underneath your ass. Book. Another one? No. Okay, so the driver's now got a comfortable seat. Should anything go wrong, the driver will be the first to be able to notify you. Of course, should anything go wrong, I don't think the driver's going to be wanting to be notifying anyone of anything. Let us... So yeah, this game does have it where the closer it is to the loader and cannon, the quicker it is to reload. You know, makes sense really when you think on it. So all I've got to do is make sure that wherever I put it, it's not clipping anything drastic and the loader can access it. Speaking of, let's get a crew in. So you're going to have to be gunner. Oh god, you can almost stand up there without cracking your head. That's a first for one of my tank designs. They're usually shite. You're going to need a sight because you're going to be one of these people like, I can't see anything. Is it under firepower? It's under firepower. As I learnt the other day, do not rotate these. Because if you rotate them, it rotates the camera view. Right. And then we're going to need a commander. Which I need to see what this guy does. So he operates all of that. Awesome. And then pop this guy in. We're not doing this for ergonomics. We're doing this for the glory of the Empire. Do 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 do. Oops, wrong Empire. Come on, give me that handle. It's there. I want to see if I can squeeze him in somewhere. Okay, that's gonna have to. It doesn't like that. Oh, it's got to be that way around, I think. And it's interacting with the gunner. That would be why it doesn't like it. It has a human torso it's trying to interact with. Interact, a fantastic way of saying become part of. Oh, it's now interacting with the guns. Okay, let's put you there. Rotate that way. Okay, there we go. So, I need to carry on moving. No, not that. You, good sir, you need to stand in a better position. Yay, there he is. Right, okay, you are now loader. Okay. So, I think, let's just say that, I think that's everything we need for a tank to work. So, we move. We have elevation, depression, and I am not confident that we're going to survive. So you always get a target tank to shoot at, which is what you've just made. That bounced. Oh, that got it. Okay, so we have a fairly potent cannon. We apparently have tinfoil for armor, but oh well. Right, let's try and beautify this thing up a bit, give it the side skirts and all that jazz. But it works. It drives, it moves. Where's the teapot? They haven't included the teapot in this. Can you believe it? All the stuff in here, they don't have teapots. I'm like, that's just wrong, really. That's tiny applique plate. Now I'm going to need a add-on structure, I think. I don't know if this game complains if it's not physically attached. Oh. I mean, easiest way to find it. Oh, what the? Oops. What have I just done? I have no idea. You know, I'm going to find out if the game is worried about things not being fully attached. When I can figure out what I'm doing. Why are you... There we go. Right. Nope, they can float. That's fine. So, let's make this bigger. Oh, trying to do armor plate like that is going to be an absolute twat basket. Oh wait, no it isn't. No it isn't. I mean, it is, but it isn't. I've no idea what I've just done there or how I've just done it, but I did something. Right, okay, let's do a box and then add to that. It's probably going to be the easiest option. I only want one of them moving. Oh god. It didn't do what I wanted it to do. I was trying to duplicate that one and it wasn't. Right, we're just going to create a new one. That's going to be the same way of doing this. Right, okay. So I want that face to me. Well, what? Why? How? I am confused. I was getting that. What? And yet, when I selected that and I do that, you do that. So why you? Oh God, okay, fine. We rotate. I have no idea why it's doing what it's doing, but we rotate. And the last box. Hopefully, maybe, we shall see. Ooh. I think that's the unload. Be right back, just need to quickly have a word with them.
goes.
Catch up with you later. Wait, wait. Apologies, that went on for a lot longer than I thought. Yeah, I needed to speak to the landlord about some stuff. Yeah, I didn't realise it was going to take that long. But it's one of those where he's not been down as often. So I've been like, oh, quickly catch him whilst he's there. Right. Let's have a quick look. So where are we up to? Let's say we've taken on the stream. That's fine. Chen Death. Comes to take over. Yeah, you could have. Fernando could have come down. You could have had a muck around, it's fine. But yes, I know which Chen that is. Chen! So, yeah, I've been having a bit of a play around with the latest Dark Knights. Oh god, that's going to be a pain in the backside. And there is a character in that called Chen. Not Chen, as in CH''EN. But yes, Chen is a fun character. Very lively. Right, so we want to do this, do that. Oh, what? Frick you. Go there. You go there. And then, is this where it's going to do that thing? And yeah, okay, so I need to rotate this. That's not what I wanted. I want to click on that one to rotate. And put you there. Click. No, no, no. That face, please. The hell? Oh, I picked the wrong axis. Right. Okay, the edge selection's not behaving in the way that I want it to. And that's not behaving in the way that I want it to. I want to try and skew. I don't think it's going to let me skew. Oh, you son of a gun. Nope. I don't know if I can create that rear armor plate then. Unless if I try it this way. Put that there. Select that, bring that out there-ish. No, no, no. No, wrong button. Hey! That looks somewhat close enough. Let's just try and... There's a few clipping issues, but oh well. Right, so... Let's... Put you there, and then do that. Exhausts. So let's go for these. This is where I realise that the arse end of this is completely wrong. I suppose I could always put that on and then rotate believe that Enfield Chen is a descendant of Madame Tien. I mean, it would kind of make sense. They do kind of have that similarity. You have your sheepy Kohai. Yes, I picked her up as well. I also got the Russian operator, like Pognak or Pogchinyak. Call him Pog. No problems, will do. Alright, let's... Structural. So I haven't added the front gun at the minute because I'm not quite sure about if I can add multiples. Oh, okay. So that's one. That's in two. Right, okay. So this one, we're going to have... It is a dinky little thing. Do we know what the caliber of bolt guns is? Oh god, that's going right into the turret. That's not ideal. Elevation isn't a problem, it's depression we're going to struggle with. About 0.75, okay. Where are you going to allow me to put you? There. Right, okay. God, this zone needs additional weight on the front. So there's this blue line here which shows like the centre of balance. You ideally want that to be as short as possible. Not pointing forwards, not pointing backwards. So that would be what I'd need. Does it look silly? Yes. Have I got a crew member for it? Not yet. I want you to sit in the... Let's put you there a sec. Oh god. So the game didn't account for the fact that you might add armour on the outside of your tank. That makes this a whole lot more difficult. Oh, what? That? What? Oh, Jesus. I have no idea how I managed to select both of them at the same time. No, what? Why are you moving both? You stop being part of that. Why are you now part of the ammunition? Stop being silly. Okay, let's get rid of that ammo then. Let's put mate your boy in. Right. If I select that, then that gives me the ammo for that gun, which I can put there. Bring it up. Now, it's got right to left, that's fine. Yeah, it ain't got much. It's got 2.5 degrees of depression. That is not a lot. Right, you are gonna be... Your eyes are too far? What do you mean your eyes are too far? He's like, my neck, it's too slanted. No. There we go, I think everything's sorted. Right, so let's call this Lemon Rusk 1, because I've now added extra bits to it. So we test. This is where the game decides it's going to crash. I was on a joking game, come on. I don't know how you change guns. I perhaps should look into how I change guns. You'd have thought. Simple. Oh, I can fart. Hang on, settings. Settings, controls. I've never bothered sticking different guns on things. Oh, I think that's actual. I don't think any of them are the right ones. No, because that's testing different tanks. It's not tab, not control, not shift is jumping into. Dumb. Oh, that's auto drive forward. Okay. Oh, I think that's turning the engine off. That's the overlay. Oh wait. Oh, it's pause, I think. No, I think that might be photo mode. Wow, no idea what I just did then. I don't know how you change fire grip. Oh well, I've got a gun that doesn't want to do anything because I don't know how to make it do anything. Let's just get more crap put on. Equipments. What have we got? A tarp. Ooh. I mean, you know, every tanker needs their tarpaulins. Put it there. Shovel and axe can go there. Oh wow, that's hilariously huge by large. You could add sandbags. Fuel filler cap. Let's add that there. F keys. F1 to fire grip 1, F3. Oh, okay. I will have to give that a quick whirl then. Oh, that's a fuel filler. That'll do. There, we should add some schmucky dispensers. Some more Pioneer tools. Right, there should be. What we got there? I'll add that on the back because I've got a wooden block on mine. I'm just going to throw one there. Just in case the commander gets bored. There we go. No, didn't want to do that. Right, let's see, what should we give it paint job wise? I haven't actually got any custom paint jobs for these yet. Oh god, that's... Give it some vivid colours. I feel blues very. And I need to also see if I get more custom decals, because that's all we've really got. Don't really have much. So we shall do this for the glory of Sprocket. Right. So let's test. Does this work? It doesn't like driving there, so if we go... Oh, F2's not firing. Selected fire group 1. I may have set this one up wrong. Yeah, fire group 1's selected, but it isn't selecting fire group 2. If I go to that, main gun, Main gun 1, da 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 da. Alright, you. Okay. Aha! We have it! It has no control. That's... Wait, how... What? How did I... What the hell? Well, that does not look healthy. Right. You, breach order. I also need you to get in touch with that gun laying drive. There we go. Now we have some movement on there. Nice. And I could, if I wanted, actually put them all on like fire group 3 and have them just all fire at once. Right. We save. We go fight. Main menu, yes. Custom battle. So let's get rid of them. What are they? 40 tons a pop. Ooh, I could take one if I went for a medium. If I go for a high, I can take 3 versus oh, no. There we go. To battle. Whoops. Oh god, the terrain clearance on this is abysmal. Clonk. Wait. I've literally got it stuck. How? How have I got this stuck? What the hell? Well, that's a bit awkward. How the hell is it stuck? Hang on. Reset. Okay, note to self. Ground clearance is abysmal to shite. I think some of the armour I've added on doesn't help. Oh, that's one of mine. Go set on fire. Well, I think the AI has just had a shit fit because it's not doing much. Okay, forward. Tonk. I also wonder if that's why that guy isn't moving. It's either the AI's had a shit fit or he's stuck in the ground. Which is something, looking at the model design for the Lemon Rust, I am kind of like, it would struggle. Because its tank tracks are so thin and it's got so much metal overhanging, so much armour overhanging, it would just not run. Yeah, I think the AI is on a bit of a day off today because it's not getting them to fight. Of course, I also have no gun depression on this thing. Oh, gonna have to drive forward. Oh, another one out there. Yeah, I think where I've got that sharp corner there, I've got something similar on the bottom, and that's where I'm catching on things. Oh, this guy's awake. Took his track off. Oh, and Dan just found his... Ooh, that was... Did that not kill anyone? No, thank God for that. Yeah, that was quite the hit. I don't know how many tanks I put on the enemy side now, so I'm just going to trundle around. So yeah, I think I need to make that middle piece a bit thinner. Or a bit narrower at the top. So I think that's what is causing the issue. I mean, I could have done with making it a bit shorter as well. Okay, let's go fix that. Go sandbox. Alright, okay, so I want faces, I want... Oh, what the hell, gang. I want to select the face. The top one. The one that you're not letting me select. Oh, what the hell? What are they hanging off the edge? Alright, let's try over here. Yeah, that's smooth. Yeah. The camera's supposed to shake like this. Honest, Gov. Yeah. Yeah. This is just making sure my crew have a spine. Or at least had. Okay, 40-degree slope. Oh. It can climb. Shock and horror. I actually made a semi-competent tank. So, apart from it being a bit long, I think I've sort of got it. It is quite long, looking at the model. It would have to essentially lose up to that there. So you'd have that engine bay drop down, and then you'd want it to cut off just in front of this bundle here. And that would be a better ending. But given the faffing around I've had with the gearing and such in there, I don't think I'm going to be able to get that done. At least not without a great deal of swearing. But I feel that's a decent one. We've got that one. We're okay. So yeah, I might come back and do, as I said, those the cattier one. I could have a crack at. That's another time. And I just noticed that is a gap and a half between there. Let me see if I can fix that a second, because that is these options. Woo! If I do that, that's slightly better, and that's no. That should do for that. I'll just stop it looking too bloody weird. So yeah, that was just a short bash about in Sprocket. Again, apologies for the length of time being away. Really didn't think it'd take that long, but yeah, stuff that you got to discuss with landlords. Let's pop back on here. So, should hopefully be on Friday. Might do some streaming during the week. Might do some painting. I said I've got the minis to paint up. So I want to try and get them done this week whilst I've got the time. And yeah, I might just do it as a stream at some point, just so that if you want to pop in, cool. There's no pressure, because it might be just done during the day whilst I'm farting about with things. And yeah, I will catch up with you all later on then. I appreciate it's getting on a bit. So yeah, thank you for popping along. It has been a pleasure to have you all, whoever you are, wherever you are, whenever you are. Until next time, toodles.